Penny the penguin who didn't like the cold. In the frosty land of Snowdrop Island, where the snowflakes danced all day and the ice sparkled like diamonds, lived a young penguin named Penny. Penny was a little different from the other penguins. While her friends loved sliding on ice and diving into chilly waters, Penny didn't like the cold, not even a little bit. "I wish I lived somewhere warm," she often said, wrapping her flippers around herself. "I'd rather sit under a palm tree than build snow tunnels." Her friends giggled. "But you're a penguin," they'd say. "Penguins love the cold." Penny shook her head. "Not this penguin." One day a group of elder penguins gathered everyone around the frozen rock. "Tomorrow," said Grand Penguin Otto, "the ice games begin." The ice games were the biggest event of the year. There were snow races, glacier jumps, and the famous belly slide relay. "Every penguin must take part," Otto declared. Penny's heart sank. Just the thought of sliding on ice made her feathers shiver. That evening, she waddled away from the crowd and sat alone by the edge of the sea. "Why am I so different?" she whispered. She watched a seal pup do flips in the icy water and shivered again. Just then, a soft voice spoke behind her. "You don't have to love the cold to love yourself." Penny turned to see an old snowy owl perched on an ice block. He looked wise and gentle. "Who are you?" she asked. "I'm Nimbus," said the owl. "I've travelled through warm lands and cold lands. I've met animals of all kinds." "Have you met a penguin who doesn't like the cold?" Penny asked hopefully. Nimbus smiled. "Many creatures feel different, but different doesn't mean wrong. It just means you have your own kind of magic." That night, Penny couldn't sleep. Nimbus's words echoed in her mind. Your own kind of magic. She didn't want to slide or jump or race, but she loved to paint. Yes, Penny had a secret talent. She used coloured pebbles, seaweed inks, and snow to create the most beautiful pictures on ice walls. An idea began to bloom in her heart. The next morning, the ice games began. Penguins cheered, snow flew through the air, and Penny quietly waddled to the other side of the island, to a flat wall of white ice. She laid out her paints, brushed off the snow, and got to work. She painted the belly sliders in motion. She painted the snow racers with wind in their feathers. She painted the entire ice games in colour, movement, and joy. One by one, curious penguins came to see. First, a chick, then a mother, then a whole group of excited penguins. "Penny!" gasped Otto. "This is amazing!" "You've captured everything," said her friend Tilly. "It's like I can hear the race in your painting." Penny smiled shyly. "I may not like the cold, but I love to show what others love about it." The crowd clapped their flippers together. Grand Penguin Otto stood tall. "In all the years of the ice games," he said, "no one has ever painted their spirit like this. You reminded us that celebrating who we are, in our own way, is just as important as winning." From that day on, Penny became the official ice artist of Snowdrop Island. She painted festivals, families, and flocks of penguins all year long, wrapped in scarves, splashing in the sea or sliding across the ice, and every time a penguin felt a little different, they visited Penny's ice gallery and smiled, knowing they weren't alone. Moral values. 1. Being different is something to celebrate, not hide. 2. You don't need to compete like others to shine in your own special way.